The story begins with a high school girl named Busaba. Busaba used to tease and harass the girls in her school and on her team, but no one complained because Busaba told everyone that the teachers liked her very much and would not listen to anyone else. Time passes and a new student joins the school, a girl named Jin. Jin joins Busaba's class, and Jin's first friend is Orn. Orn and her group advise her to be friendly with the whole school, but keep a distance from Busaba, who is the odd one out. She picks fights with everyone, creates issues, and the teachers do not say anything to her because she is their favorite, while the rest of the school is quite nice and friendly. During their conversation, another girl named Hong arrives at their table. She and Jin used to go to the same school, and now she is overjoyed to see Jin here. She tells them, "There used to be a girl like Busaba in our school. Everyone used to be mean to her, but then one day we both decided to teach her a lesson. We taught her such a lesson that she never bothered anyone again." Hearing this, Orn feels that Jin and Hong can take on Busaba together. While they are chatting, Busaba calls out to Hong from a nearby table and starts teasing her. Jin becomes very angry, thinking that this strange girl is picking fights with people on her own and teasing them, and she is determined to teach her a lesson. While inside the stadium, Busaba teases a girl in Jin's group, which infuriates Jin. She tells Busaba, "If you are so cool, stop teasing people and trying to convince yourself otherwise. You should beat me so everyone will believe you are cool." Busaba accepts the challenge. A match takes place between the two, and Jin wins. This results in Busaba being humiliated. She tries to vent her anger on Jin, and just as she is about to hit her, the coach arrives and takes Busaba away. The group regroups for the match, and Jin asks them, "Have you ever thought about why Busaba does this?" The girls explain, "Because Busaba, who was our senior, failed and joined us again. That is why she vents her anger by teasing us. Because she performs well in class, the teachers like her. That is why we cannot say anything to her." At this time, they were eating. While eating, Jin spills something on her clothes. When she goes to clean it up, she bumps into a boy named Gun. He tries to be very friendly with Jin, but then Jin's friend comes from behind and tells him not to talk to her. If Busaba finds out, she will come after you, because Gun is her friend. Jin listens to her friend, but after a few days, Gun himself contacts Jin because he has started to like her. Jin also starts talking to him, and thus they become friends. Jin continues like this until one day a major change occurs at school. Busaba calls Jin and says, "From today on, we will not fight. I will mind my own business. I will not bother your friends, and you will mind your own business. Do not interfere in my affairs." Jin agrees. Busaba then asks her to accompany her to the academy where she used to teach young children. Jin tells her to take her friend Gun with her, but Busaba says no, she will not, saying he has been talking to a girl lately. Hearing this, Jin, feeling guilty that she is also cheating on Busaba, she agrees to go with Busaba. But it turns out Busaba was just doing all this to tease her. She takes her to class and, along with her friends, makes fun of her. Jin is so enraged by this insolence that she decides to tell the teachers, but Busaba tells her to tell whoever she wants. It will not matter. At this point, Gun calls her and convinces her to stay away from Busaba, and everything will be fine. Meanwhile, Busaba also finds evidence that Gun was talking to a girl. She takes this evidence and shows it to Gun, and thus Gun is busted. A fight breaks out between him and Busaba. Gun just wanted the opportunity to break up with her, as he was already fed up with her, so he does. This enrages Busaba so much that she starts beating Gun, and the coach comes to restrain her. Busaba's true identity is revealed to everyone. She is not a good girl, but rather an aggressive one. Consequently, the school management decides to expel Busaba from school, which further angers Busaba. The entire school is in fear that Busaba might do something drastic before leaving, causing trouble for them all. The next day arrives. Nothing happens at school, and when the students learn that Busaba has finally left, they are overjoyed.
But their joy suddenly turns to shock and grief when they learn that Busaba has died. Everyone assumes that Busaba couldn't bear the humiliation she had suffered and she killed herself. A funeral is held for Busaba, and many children from school, including the whole group, attend. Meanwhile, someone is shown performing a ritual somewhere far away, and the scene of Busaba's funeral is reenacted. Busaba's coffin suddenly opens, and it is assumed that whoever was performing the ritual was doing so to awaken Busaba's spirit. All those present at the funeral are so terrified that they cannot sleep the entire night. They sleep in the same room, and just as they are about to fall asleep, one of their companions suddenly wakes as if Busaba is calling her. Suddenly, a chair turns towards her as if Busaba is sitting on it, and the girl starts screaming. The three girls calm her down and put her back to sleep, saying that Busaba cannot come because she is dead. The next day, they go to school and discover that someone has left a lot of trash at the basketball court. On examining it, they discover that the trash is black magic items. The sweeper is also terrified before cleaning it all up, as these black magic items are used to summon any spirit. Hearing the sweeper's words, the four girls are terrified, but it is time for practice, so they begin. While playing, one of their friends sees Busaba's spirit and is so terrified that she faints. Upon regaining consciousness, she tells everyone that she has seen Busaba's spirit. They all realize that someone has performed a ritual and brought Busaba's spirit back into this world.
During their conversation, the sweeper suddenly appears out of nowhere and begins behaving strangely. This confirms to the four girls that Busaba's spirit has entered the girl's body. The sweeper then appears before them, declaring, "Yes, I am Busaba, and I have come to take revenge on you four. I will not leave you alive." The four are terrified. Jin quickly turns on her mobile phone's light and attempts to drive the spirit away, and the spirit, Busaba, leaves the sweeper's body. The four girls, frightened, approach Gun and tell him the entire story. Gun takes them to a shaman. After examining them, the shaman explains that their suspicions are correct. A spirit is hovering around them, summoned into the world through black magic to take revenge. If it is not sent back within 3 days, it will wreak havoc, killing everyone who wronged it. The girls ask what they can do to drive the spirit back. He explains that first they must find out who summoned the spirit. Once they do, they must burn that person's black magic items, which will cause the spirit to leave. The shaman also gives them a dagger that could help them kill the spirit. Before the shaman can explain anything further, Busaba's spirit appears and attacks, and the five of them flee in fear. From the very next day, Jin is focused on her mission. She has to find the person who summoned Busaba's spirit. She goes to Busaba's room to get a hint. Inside, she encounters Busaba's spirit, who knocks her down and says, "You all killed me together, didn't you? Now I will take my revenge on you all. It is just a matter of 1 day. Tomorrow I will kill you all, one by one." Meanwhile, Jin holds the dagger in her hand and tries to kill Busaba's spirit with it, but Busaba's spirit does not appear. A short while later, all the students are in the exam hall. While everyone is taking an exam, Busaba's spirit suddenly appears inside their classroom and becomes visible to all the students. The students panic and run to the grounds. The teachers try to calm them down, saying that ghosts and spirits do not exist and that they must be under exam stress, which is why they are seeing such things. But Busaba enters the professor's body and tells everyone, "I am not just a hallucination. I am here for real. I have come here to take revenge, and I will not leave." The group of five is even more frightened. Then a girl tells them, "I heard that Busaba's father practices black magic." Hearing this, they all believe her father must have summoned her spirit. They immediately go to her house and finally find a large cache of black magic items. Before they can do anything, Busaba's father arrives, terrified by the sight, and attempts to escape, only to fall from his roof and die in the process. Afterward, they gather the items from Busaba's father's house and, despite being injured, bring them to the shaman. Seeing the items, the shaman tells them to burn them, saying, "Busaba will leave and you will all be safe." Following the shaman's advice, they burn the items and relax, believing that finally nothing will happen to them. Relieved, everyone begins to return home, and Jin is called by Gun. While visiting Gun, Jin passes a market where an uncle is selling the same items they just burned. She asks what these items are for. The uncle explains that they are used to break black magic, and hearing this, her fear increases. She realizes that the danger is far from over. She also learns that Busaba's father himself was trying to break the spell and only made things worse. Now they are not saved. Jin confirms that Busaba is not gone, and also wonders who actually called Busaba back to this world if her father did not. After 12 o'clock, Busaba begins her rampage. She first tortures and kills the shaman, whom she had previously severely injured, and then goes to another friend and tortures her to death as well. Busaba now targets Gun as her next victim. Gun feels someone following him in his car, but cannot identify who it is. Terrified, he tries to get out, and Jin also tries to open the car, but she is unable to free Gun. Busaba reveals herself to Gun, and Gun, terrified, loses his senses. Busaba takes control of his car, causes an accident, and kills Gun, leaving only 3 survivors. Jin is now terrified, wondering if she or her friends will be the next victims. She begins searching for her friends, but one friend is already sitting in the basketball court praying. Orn tells her friends they should call everyone else, but Hong explains that everyone has been killed. Only the 2 of us are left, and now we must pray for the freedom of Busaba's soul. Orn is surprised at what Hong is saying. Is what I said wrong? This is what should have happened to all of them. Do you not remember what you did to Busaba that night? The scenes go into flashback. A major twist is revealed. Busaba did not simply die, she was killed. The day she was expelled from school, she was extremely angry and blamed everything on Jin. She felt possessed and moved towards Jin to attack her, but Jin pushed her away in self-defense. Busaba runs towards the railing, collides with the structure, and dies. When they learn that Busaba is dead, they panic, afraid they will be considered murderers. To hide the truth, they plan and make a video that shows Busaba's death in a way that acquits them all of her murder. Orn then asked Hong, "You are our friend. Why are you still supporting Busaba?" Hong replies, "Because I loved Busaba. You did not know this, and you killed Busaba, which hurt me deeply. I have summoned Busaba's soul into this world, so it can take revenge on you all." Hong then begins to attack Orn for Busaba, and at that moment, Busaba arrives. Jin also tries to save her friend, but is unable to. Busaba then says to Jin, "What do you think? Will I let you go or kill you easily? That will not happen, Jin. I will take revenge on you. I will kill you and live inside your body. I will live the life I deserved, and in the end, you will be killed." As she says this, the scene cuts to some time later. Everyone at school believes that all 4 friends died in an accident that day. Now, Jin and only one other friend are left in Jin's group, but everyone is unaware that Jin is not alive. Inside Jin is the same Busaba, who still troubles them all. The movie ends here.